Oh yeah, we're back. It was expected, right? Welcome everyone to my yearly tradition of buying headphones from OnePlus. This time we have a flagship device, the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro, and they are presented in two simple variants, Team White or Team Black. So which one would you go for? Firstly, we have a price bump, 199 euros compared to the 179 euros the OnePlus Buds Pro 2's launched, and also we had a switch in the name, the OnePlus Buds Pro 2's and the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro, which is basically how they should be called in my opinion. But we still have the partnership between Dynaudio and OnePlus, and a few bumps in specs here and there, so let's go ahead and give them a closer look, shall we? So we've purchased the buds. Now we should start with the unboxing. And would you look at that? Firstly, we start with the box, which is now black and red. Is this supposed to make it feel more premium? I'm saying this because every other pro level phone has a black box, and I'm mostly referring to Samsung or Apple. Going on, we can reveal the buds. And under them, we have two more boxes. One is for the ear tips, which are now in L, S and XS sizes with the M1s already applied, and I really love the pattern that we have on these ear tips. And it's also very good that OnePlus has placed XS as well, because I had a lot of people that were not able to use the other headphones because their ears are like very small. Yeah, I know a lot of small people. The second box has a small USB to Type-C cable, which, let's face it, no one's gonna use because it's very small and it basically doesn't even charge that well. I mean, if you use anything else than just the headphones, you know. Now let's remove everything else, including the manuals, and focus on the buds for a second. I kinda like the new design, but I prefer the old one better. Now let's talk about the case itself. I think the new leather-like finish feels way nicer than any OnePlus earbuds. I love the fact that it adds more personality while also becoming easier to grip. I can't say that it once dropped the previous generation buds, but it's good that the chance has now been greatly minimized. The shape, however, could be way better. And this can also be said about the other pair of headphones that OnePlus launched this year at the summer launch event, the OnePlus Nord Buds 3 Pro. The last generation OnePlus Buds 3 were very small since the case was made tinier, and I was able to carry them in my pockets. This case and the rounded-like shape, well, I had some occasions where it just didn't fit in my pockets because I'm not only carrying them, I also carry like a lot of stuff like wallets, keys and stuff. This isn't a big issue or something, I'm just saying I don't think this is the way forward. But if we take the headphones out of the case, well, they've done it. OnePlus has made these earbuds look very detailed. The two-tone finish that was first introduced on the OnePlus Buds 3 is also present here, which I absolutely love. Then we have Dynaudio written everywhere. That's of course, so don't forget who has OnePlus partnered with for these headphones. There's also a grippy zone made from multiple lines where the volume slider is placed, and the tap sensors were replaced with a classic pinch, more of which we'll talk about later. But the way the letters are written, and by written I mean they just made a hole for them, it looks very nice but might cause a few issues with liquid since there are more places it can get through. Alright, so now let's talk about the switch to the pinch gesture. The OnePlus Buds Pro had it, then the Buds Pro 2's, and after that it was replaced with the tap sensors. At first, I thought it was a really good change since we also got the volume slider out of it, and it worked pretty well. But that was mostly the best part about them. Even though it's easier to touch the specific area rather than to pinch and maybe hold to do some actions, I still think it's a better way overall. Long story short, we got the best out of two worlds, pinch and volume slider. I also need to mention that it took me a little while to get used to the new placement, and the first few days were a complete nightmare. That's also the reason why I made this post on the OnePlus community, but at the end of the day it pretty much was my fault. I can now use all the commands very well, including adjusting the volume without accidentally removing my earbuds from my ear. Thank God. So we have good gestures, but I'm assuming you're here because you want to buy some headphones to experience hi-fi music, right? Well, they do deliver. The dual drivers used for the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro are similar to the last generation with some extra upgrades. There's an 11mm woofer and a 6mm tweeter, each one having a DAC or digital to analog converter to deliver excellent quality hi-fi audio. I'm a bass enjoyer, so that's why I go to the Buds Free Pro settings, go to Soundmaster EQ and choose the bass option with maxed out bass wave. These Pro lineup earbuds do not focus that much on a bass, but on overall sound quality. They're not my favorite ones, but they sound clear and crisp. And with the spatial audio, and most importantly, head tracking that for some reason is finally available on my OnePlus 9 Pro, the experience is pretty much incredible. This is when I realized that my old phone has spatial audio. I was like, what? Okay, let's focus on NAC for a second. While the transparency mode feels the same as before, the active noise cancellation has received a small update, plus 1 dB of noise reduction. But there's also this new option called real time that pushes these earbuds to the max, reducing as much as possible. It's way better than before and I genuinely like it. In terms of battery, the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro is compatible with the latest Bluetooth version, which is 5.3 right now, which also helps in terms of endurance, like genuinely a lot. I had the headphones connected to both my OnePlus 12 and my laptop, which doesn't have Bluetooth 5.3 but rather 5.0. I had head tracking enabled all the time and NAC on the auto preset. I listened for about 5 hours with 20% volume when the earbuds gave up, which is basically the same as advertised time, so we're okay on that. The case also has 2 LEDs, both inside and one outside of the case. The one inside flashes green for full battery, it flashes yellow when it's about 50%, and it flashes red when they're like a really low battery, which is 10% on my experience. The exterior one is responsible for when you charge them. It's orange at first and then green when the headphones are fully charged. They charge pretty quickly, and guess what? They also have wireless charging. At first I just placed them normally and interestingly enough they didn't charge, and then I thought OnePlus didn't add wireless charging to them, but they're a pro lineup, right? They should have pro level stuff, right? Then I decided to flip them over and they started to charge. What? That was unexpected. They work both with my OnePlus 50 wireless charger, while looking a little bit scuffed, but also with the power share feature. And here's my pro level footage of me charging the headphones. Alright, time to do a microphone comparison. This is one of the advertised updates, so let's compare it with the other generations and see what has evolved. Or maybe not. Imagine we make a tradition out of it. I'm always getting to the old video so I can actually get the audio that I have for the headphones. I'm gonna make like 10 different videos stack on top of each other.
This is a recording while using the OnePlus Buds Pro. And now I switched to the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. This is a recording while using the OnePlus Buds 3. In this recording, I'm using the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro. What do you think?
I've been using the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro for more than a week now, and I have to say that I've encountered one small issue. Sometimes the audio stops for 1 second and then resumes, which is kind of weird considering this might be a connection issue between them. So it either stops on one ear, like the left ear, or maybe the right ear, and then it takes a bit to get back. The audio distorts for a second, and this hasn't happened before, which is really not good. So I'll be waiting for the fix that I hope it comes quickly, because I really love this pair of headphones. Like, they're really pretty looking and I just love them. I mean, the issue doesn't happen that often, as I've said, but it's not how it should be. The OnePlus Buds 3 Pro performs really well in most scenarios you throw them into. If OnePlus fixes the connection problem that I just described, then I will probably recommend them to everyone looking for headphones of this price range. And yeah, that was pretty much it. This has been Razvan Rooks. Let me know what you think about the new channel design, and I'll catch you in the next one.